Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Japanaholic podcast, a podcast surrounded by topics all about Japan, anime, and games, discussed by a certified Japanaholic with a special guest this week. My name is Frey, the certified Japanaholic, joined once again with Alex. How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, Taylor? How you doing?
Past few weeks have been quite crazy, I'll say that much, for various reasons. And we're finally back on the podcast here. It's been a couple months, possibly about 2 months, since we last got on and talked about Japan and anime and stuff like that. And today I decided to bring you back here, and we're just gonna talk a little bit about some news and stuff. That a couple articles that we found. We're just gonna give off what we think about the articles and possibly just discuss stuff in between. So I'll go ahead and I'll start us off here quickly with the first article here. McDonald's in Japan. Oh, thanks, Twitter. McDonald's in Japan announcing that they're going to have a ramen flavored milkshake during the summer, available at select locations. Personally, since me and Alex aren't in Japan, we are not going to be able to try this, and we sadly, because of reasons, I'm not going to be able to go to Japan in the middle of the summer to even try this out. And I don't know how long this is supposed to last, but it's I'm jealous. Ramen is super good. Okay, you've had it before, right?
Yeah, I love ramen.
Oh my god!
I have a Asian market down the hill from me that sells it, and I'm constantly going there to grab just ramen.
Oh my god. My where I used to work at, which was Kroger, they used to have this little Asian aisle, just an aisle dedicated to like Asian foods, and the thing that I always bought next to Pocky was ramen. Oh my god. They had the original flavor, and then they had a watermelon flavor. It was so good. I bought and they were cheap too. They were like $2, so I would buy like 5 or something like that, which even then, you know, the size of ramen is just, it's incredibly small, considering you can drink it all in like 2 minutes, if that. The ramen milkshake, I believe what the article says is that they'll come in a few different flavors, and actually, by the time this episode gets up, the flavored milkshakes will be available as of this episode coming out. So, because it says it's beginning May 20th. So I wish I was able to go, but I'm not able to. And it's only 120 yen. That is 120 yen. That is cheap. That's cheap.
That's really reasonable.
For a small, that's pretty cheap.
Compared to what we're charged for them over here, that is pretty damn reasonable.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just looked at the picture too, and it said the small is for 120 yen, which from the picture it looks just about the same size as a ramen, as like one of the glass ones that we buy from our stores and stuff. So that is cheap. Oh my god. And I'm excited to go to Japan sometime this fall, and I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to go before this milkshake ends, but either way, I'm going to be experiencing the hell out of stuff like this, though. So I appreciate McDonald's Japan doing this, because it makes me jealous in a way. I really want to try it, but I can't try it. God dang it. All right. So this next article here, I don't know how you're gonna take this one, Alex, because this one's been quite controversial in some aspects. But the currently airing Kaguya-sama Love is War, I think it was episode 5, if I remember. Yeah, episode 5. The subtitles had social distancing as, coronavirus references, and a Twitter user pointed out, Twitter user Siri3ma, he pointed out that those subtitles were, in a way, incorrect. Because the original said that they were just stay away from them. You know, from the first instance where Chica was avoiding Miyuki, if I remember correct, that's his name. The original was just basically asking, why are you staying away from me? Like, why is there, a little bit of distance between me and you? But in the English subtitles, it said, what's the deal with the social distancing? And then there was another instance near the end of the episode, which the original said, of course, I will forbid being within less than 50 centimeters of each other, which to the subtitles then said, of course not. The social distance will be set at no less than 50 centimeters.
All right, so first let's start off with the fact that 50 centimeters is 1 foot. Let's be clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally think that this is, for people to be mad about this, is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is like a lighthearted, I guess I shouldn't say joke because it's not a situation to currently joke about, but it's just a lighthearted comment. It's not, they didn't drastically change what they said. Saying, why are you staying away from me? And saying, what's the deal with the social distancing? That is not changing the meaning of the word. Yes, it's changing the direct translation, but that is the people's job to change the translation to make more sense to us. And right now, that current what they changed it to makes more sense in the current situation.
Yeah, there. The jobs of translators is it's a pretty difficult job, and unfortunately, it's not very well paid. Of course, if you work at like Crunchyroll or Funimation, it's a little difficult to make a living out of translating stuff. But the job of being a translator is you translate Japanese to English in a way that we can still understand it, even if it means that some things are going to be switched here and there.
See, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. I actually do proofreading for mangas, scanulation teams. What you get from the translator still does not always make sense in English. A lot of the time, when it's translated from Japanese to English, you still need to alter it to make sense in English.
Yes.
As the whole point of the proofreading job is to make it go from being gibberish that Google Translate to say to making sense. But there is a fine line between altering it too much to change the original meaning. However, this does not change the original meaning.
Yeah, in a way, it's just another way of saying what is being said.
It used a relevant word to describe a situation. Social distancing is a relevant thing right now, and that's a relevant way to say what they're trying to say.
And it even says in the update that Aniplex, which is currently like making the second season, which is being aired on Funimation, if anybody has not seen the season 2 already. Let me say, though, before I continue with this article, I believe wholeheartedly that season 2 of Kaguya-sama Love is War is 10 times better than the first season, because it reaches peak comedy, and the opening is banger, okay? Once again, they have the same singer from season 1 doing the season 2 opening, and it's number 1 on the Japan charts as of recording this episode. And it's been that way for many weeks now, actually, ever since the season started airing, just about a month ago. So, but continuing on with the article, Aniplex apologized for the quote-unquote air. And, in a way, I feel like Aniplex really didn't have to apologize, but I'm kind of speechless in a way.
It's nitpicky is what my point is.
Yeah,
we're in a situation where people have nothing to do and they're going to sit there and nitpick or whatever they can nitpick to complain about. Which really isn't too different from a lot of the times, but still.
Mm-hmm. And, trying to, like, pick out some articles and stuff that are relevant. And in the past few weeks, things have been swarmed with pandemic stuff, and we're not going to go over it because obviously everybody wants to escape it. Podcast is a way of escaping, so we're just we've tried to limit our articles where they're still relevant, but at the same time they are not about the pandemic. Another article that that I found on here. Well, actually, not really found. It's been known for quite some time. Okay, the article was first made like 2 months ago or whatever. But like Isekai Quartet getting a third season. I still haven't seen the entire.
Really,
season.
you are really missing out, my friend.
I know. It's like I love the first season, and I've really wanted to finish up the second season, but I haven't been able to, and apparently it's already getting a third season. And
it leaves me wondering who they're going to add in. Because they actually added in season 2, I believe it was, 2 new series into it.
Yeah, I think
one of the series they added, it was actually funny, because one of the series they added into it only joined in halfway because the anime wasn't even out yet.
Oh, yeah. It was, the Overly Cautious Hero.
Yeah, right? They added him in really late, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing stuff about it on Twitter. It's like, wow, there's another one already on there? And I was like, oh. So now there's 6 of them, 6 Isekais in there. And now it's like...
now it's not even a quartet anymore.
It's not even a quartet. It's becoming more and more... in a way, you can't really change the title of the series, but... at this point, you almost have to because of the fact that you're getting a third season. And I don't know. I don't think the article says when it's releasing, but I'm going to take a wild guess because I'm really good at guessing when series can actually be shown. I've done this before when guessing the second season for Eurocap. I guessed it exactly. And I'm going to be. I'm taking that one to my grave that I called that one before anything came out. Because I remember when I spoke about spring 2020 animes to watch and so on and so forth, when I started talking about this season of anime, I talked about Heya Camp, which was Eurocap's like mini short season 2 or whatever, like I call it. And I said that they had a season 2 confirmed for production, but no release date. And I predicted winter 2021, and it just came out not too long ago that it was releasing in winter 2021. I enjoy the series, and I'm just waiting for season 2 and the movie to come out. I cannot believe that they're making a movie out of this, and season 2 is not out yet. Even though there's, well, like I said, this season 2 that's coming out. I hope to God that comes out pretty soon. If I had to take a wild guess as to when that's coming out, I want to say winter 2021. That's what I'm assuming. Because Laid Back Camp came out in winter 2018, so I would assume that they want to keep the winter route, but if not, then fall 2020 maybe? Question mark? Who knows? Just something to think about there.
If I think a guess about a quartet, I'll probably guess around the fall season. It's been in production for about a month.
Yeah,
and there's been no news about it being delayed, so I'd give it probably on the fall or winter season. Would be my guess.
I give it winter 2021. I give it winter 2021 as well because I want to say thanks to not only Eurocamp season 2, possibly Isekai Quartet 3, and the second season of the quintuplets, winter 2021, if not fall 2020, winter 2021 is going to be incredibly stacked. I mean, incredibly stacked with like shows and star-studded shows and stuff.
Yeah, we're actually for the winter. We're looking at. We're also looking at How Not to Summon a Demon Lord season 2. I think.
Oh yeah. That was stacked with good shows.
And on top of that, we also got Cells at Work season 2 coming out in the winter 21 as well. So winter 21 is gonna be stacked.
Oh, it is. Okay, and we're only like we're several months away from that. We still have to go through summer and fall.
But these two, due to the pandemic and delays, at least summer is not looking too good right now.
Summer is the only thing looking hot for summer right now, no pun intended, is the last season of the My Romantic Teen comedy series and season 2 of ReZero. That's like the only thing that's looking hot. And Kanojo Kanishimasu, which is criminally underrated. I will say that. I think,
unless it got delayed, I think we're getting Rental Girlfriend this summer as well.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to come out this summer anyway, so it hasn't been delayed yet. Hopefully it won't, but yeah, like looking at the summer 2020 list, it's just, you got, Yeah, you got Don Machi coming. Don Machi 3.
Oh, no, I don't think Danmachi 3 is coming out in the summer. I think that's the OVA. It's coming out in the summer.
Is it?
I'm pulling. No, you're right. Yeah, the season 3 is coming out in the summer.
I was gonna say season 3 is right there.
That was one that shocked me because season 2 was received really poorly.
Oh, I knew it. Oh, there was another one that I was looking forward to watching too as well. Is Uzaki-chan. Uzaki-chan.
Yeah, look at the lineup. Looking at summer's actually not that awful right now.
The more you look into it, it's like there's some good shows coming out. Especially with Fire Force season 2. That's pretty big.
Hypnosis Mike, Division Rap Battle. In a world where women dominate the government, they do every war by rap battles.
Oh lord.
That seems so dumb. I need to watch that.
See, the thing is that you go to fall of this year, and that's where stuff just doesn't look too hot.
No, fall's not looking that bad. We got the final season of Attack on Titan, the new season of Slime. It's not looking that bad.
It's just there'll be more announced later on.
It's just looking like it's gonna be mostly sequels. Oh shit, we got an anime for the Tonkaku Kawaii? Alright. So if it's not obvious, the division between me and Taylor is I'm mostly a light novel and manga reader, while he watches a lot of the animes.
Yeah, I do try to keep up with like the mangas and stuff like that, but the unfortunate thing is that Mangaruk finally shut down their entire app so that nobody could use it anymore. It was announced like many months back that they were going to be shutting down their like servers and stuff like that, and they got rid of the app off of the App Store, but they still kept the servers up until like just recently, and now I've had to like go through many different ways of reading stuff, and you know, there's obviously ways of reading stuff, and I've already found my alternative, and I'm happy about it, the way that I'm doing it now, because it's on the computer. I'm actually doing it on the computer because I tend to be on my computer more than my phone. But I usually just watch the animes first and then read up on the mangas and stuff like that.
Typically I'm the opposite. A lot of the animes I watch are adaptions. So when I go through the upcoming list and I see adaptions of things I've read, I get really happy. Like, they just announced Realist Hero Rebuilds the Kingdom to receive an anime. That's a light novel, it's a isekai light novel manga. Where, one of the very few where the main character is not overpowered. In fact, the main character in this one can't even fight.
Oh, wow.
That's just how weak he is. He uses his intelligence.
Wow. One show that I'm incredibly, A, surprised is getting an adaptation, and B, I don't know how this is going to work in the first place. Okay, but Shumatsu no Harem is getting an anime in 2021.
I sense another nice boat moment.
But this series, I am predicting, just because I've seen a little bit of this manga. Okay, World's End Harem. This manga is hentai. This is light as I could put it.
This is gonna be
as I could put it.
Just like how we got a nice built moment when the TV station airing interspecies reviewers didn't realize how close to hentai it was and they had to cancel it. That's what's gonna end up happening here. I guarantee it.
Here's the thing. The thing with interspecies reviewers is that the studio like went above and beyond, like way above and beyond the manga, because the manga doesn't have
the manga like, barely has nipples, like that's it. And the anime went way
in there. It went way in there, but this one is like, it's in there. There's seeds and stuff in there. But the synopsis is there's a man killer virus, which is a lethal disease that has eradicated 99.9% of the world's male population. Already, this is going to be a good series, just from that first sentence alone. Awesome. Mizuhara has been in cryogenic sleep for the past 5 years, leaving behind Tachibana Irisa, the girl of his dreams. When Rito awakens from the deep freeze, he emerges into a sex-crazed new world where he himself is a planet's most precious resource. And I don't think I need to go any farther than that. Oh my god. This is possibly going to be at the top of my list of whenever this releases, which...
Oh, of course it would be for you.
I'm going to assume it'll be a spring 2021 release, but because it was just announced recently...
No, we're probably looking at winter at least.
I was going to say...
It was just announced so recently that it just began production like 4 days ago. They just made the announcement. We're not looking at it till at least winter.
I'm trying to think of when... I'm trying to think of who's adaptating this. Like, the studio. It doesn't say. Not now, I don't think. But, oh my god. That series is now possibly at the top of my list for whatever season that comes out. Depends on the season, because if it's winter 2021, it's not going to be at the top. But if it's like spring 2021, it'll be the top no matter what else comes to it. Just looking at the lineup for like the next few seasons, like summer 2020 and fall 2020, so on and so forth, we got a lot of stuff to watch and a lot of stuff to catch up on and stuff like that. Like spring 2020 has been, unfortunately, a pretty weak season. There's only been like 2 animes and stuff like that I've been watching, and that's been the Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2 and Tower of God, which I haven't really seen anything outside of the first 2 episodes of Tower of God, even though I really was looking forward to that series. But I think it's just I'm waiting for a couple more episodes to come out, and then
I was a skeptic about it, that it was going to be good, and it seems like my skepticism was right in not watching it. From what I've seen of it, I am not impressed at all, and I'm glad I haven't wasted my time watching it, if I'm going to be entirely brutally honest here.
There's a couple other anime series that I kind of want to get into. There was Sing Yesterday for me, which is made by Doga Kobo, and a lot of people were looking at that and like really enjoying that series. I need to start watching that series. And then there's
I've heard a lot about Glepnir, is that how you say it?
I think so. Oh yeah.
I've heard that it's one of those ones you watch and just say, "What the fuck, Japan?" And that has kind of pushed me to wanting to watch it a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing here. Another one that I was looking forward to watching here soon was My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom.
Yeah, I've been reading the light novel to that one. It's really interesting. I might have to just go ahead and watch the adaptation.
I think they put it in a more... I think the adaptation is like a very, like... I don't want to say it's like lighthearted in a way, but... It's made by Silver Lake Studios, and I've said in the past that Silver Lake Studios is probably one of my favorite studios because they've made so many good shows, and I think this one's going to be one of them because of its animation.
My only complaint to say, it seems a little like if I was going to take a guess, like the target audience seems a little more leaning to the female side if they're animating it how I read it.
Yeah. But then again, it technically is a reverse harem. There's a female who's, being targeted by a lot of males. So in a way, yeah.
What shocked me is we actually started this season, we got the season 2 of Sugumomo.
Oh yeah.
The season 1 wasn't received well at all, so I was never expecting a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That one shocked me. That's really, between that and Villainess, are the only 2 this season I've really had any sort of interest in at all.
Mm.
But honestly, it's usually it's how the spring seasons go. Looking back for a while, a lot of the spring seasons have not always been the best.
I know. It's like
I'm probably I've been using my anime time recently now to catch up on the past seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been catching up on Kyoko Suri from last season. I'm almost done with all of JoJo's.
I'm trying to watch all of Fruits Baskets, but man,
why?
Season 1 has so many episodes. It's like there's like 23 episodes of season 1. It's like, oh my god. It's a lot of people say that that's not a lot, but to me it's like that's quite a bit. Because I'm so used to 12 episodes and possibly an OVA or two. And that's all I mean, the...
When I was first starting watching anime, if a show had 12 episodes, that was rare.
Oh,
a lot of the first ones I watched was like Soul Eater that had like probably 80 episodes close to it.
Oh yeah. Well, most like the whole 12 episode thing really didn't start till like the 2010s or whatever, where there was like so many new animes coming out at once.
And my area expertise is between the 2000s and 2010s. The animes that usually got the 24 episodes.
Yeah, because there was like said because back then there were like possibly 20 to 30 animes coming out like a season.
Well, yeah, because back then it was more of a niche thing. Like around 2010, it became a little more mainstream, and then even more recently, it became even more mainstream. Just as it got more mainstream, they started pumping out more with lower. Instead of pumping out 3 series that are really long, they started focusing on 5 or 6 that are half the size, which I'm not that mad about. As someone who like really mostly reads, like the animes just give me a short little okay, I need to go on and read this.
Yeah, they're like you know, here's the series. In kind of way, it's like it's advertising the original source material. So you're just like you watch it. It's like wow, okay. If you're interested in the series because of the adaptation, you go and read the adaptate.
Though that is something that really sucks when they make like the season 1s that end on cliffhangers. You know, the booksellers. Hey, you need to go read this book.
Yeah.
And then it makes everyone feel bad because like, well, now I gotta go read the book.
Yeah, it's like if I wanted to read the book or something like that, I would, but like I hate it when it's like it's kind of forced. It's like we're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger, but it's not gonna get a season 2. You have to do that. You have to go read the source material yourself. It's like I hate that. Come on, don't do that to me. I love when, you know, if it ends, you know, no season 2, just end it nice and peaceful in the season 1, like have a nice ending, and that's that. Not a cliffhanger. That's all I'm asking.
Do you ever read light novels? When you read is mostly mangas.
I do own a few light novels myself. I do have the Konosuba light novels, and I do have the Oragayu light novels. I'm trying. I think I should. Since I haven't worked recently, I haven't had enough time nor the money to buy any of the Bunny Girl Senpai light novels.
Well, there's no point in it because it's not even anywhere near close to the end of the movie. So
yeah, true. So I mean, because the first volume just came out like a couple weeks ago. So
yeah.
Unfortunately,
that mostly but the one thing I'll give them is that they really stretched those novels into the anime. Novel 1 covers all of the first half of season 1. Each arc is one novel. So in volume 1 is all the Mai, volume 2 is all of the Lapras' Demon. I believe volume 3 is a combination of the next 2 arcs after that, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while since I've looked into it.
That may be something I have to look into now. Because that Bunny Girl Senpai series, that series and Kokoro Connect. Oh, those two are champions. Oh my god.
We recently had the Demon Slayer mangas done now. Ended yesterday, I believe it was.
Yeah, it ended, as of recording this, it ended yesterday, and wow. I mean, I haven't been interested in the series.
Honestly, the ending really disappointed me, if I'm being entirely honest. They should have ended last chapter instead of doing the chapter they did yesterday. But I'm not going to talk about spoilers here. I feel that this chapter should have been more of like a bonus that releases a few years later instead of just, oh, hey, here's the climactic last chapter. No, that was the chapter before this.
Yeah. There's been so many like mangas and light novels ending this year that we got the Devils of Part-Timers finally ending. That got me really disappointed. Yeah, and then like just several months back, you got the Kimi ni Naru, Blooming to You. That manga ended. Oh man, that's one of my.
I think that one ended last year.
It ended like late last year.
It was like November last year. But see,
Yeah,
that was
I'm
one of the
still
really
upset.
few rare happy endings we get in manga.
Yeah, even though it was a happy ending and stuff like that, I'm still upset. Because, like, oh, it was such a good series, too.
It's one of those
And,
you're sad it's over, but you're glad it ended
yeah.
with a nice
Yeah.
ending and not death and heartbreak like most animes end nowadays.
Specific manga series that we talk about a lot.
Yeah, fuck that series. I have this thing where I cannot drop a series once I've read more than 50 chapters of it, and I am just so wanting to drop Domestic Girlfriend right now.
But
It
it's
is
so
difficult for me to keep reading that.
It's
Even though, check the fucking records, go back 3 months ago in our Discord chat, and you'll see that I accurately predicted the shit that's going on. minus one detail, I was fucking right. I'm not happy that I'm right, but I was right nonetheless.
and the thing is I could attest to this. Yeah, that is correct. He called it, and oh my god, I love this series, but it's making it difficult for me to love this series. That's what I'm trying to say. Because these latest few chapters really have put an arrow through my heart or something like that, figuratively speaking. God damn. It's not so much that it's just I feel like there's just more and more unnecessary drama just adding on and on and on and on and on to the series. Just like, can we just, it's going to end soon, but can we just have it end with like a happy arc and like 10 chapters of happiness and not a roller
it's
coaster
gonna be
of stuff?
happy. It's gonna be happy in the way that hopefully makes me happy and not you happy, but...
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Because if I remember correctly, we are both on very different sides when it comes to the who should win, and it looks like it might be swinging in my direction right now.
It probably is. Knowing Sasuga.
I told you, I read her other work, and this is going in a very similar direction to her other work, Good End.
Because a lot of people were giving Sasuga, the mangaka, a lot of shit about Hina and stuff like that, and oh my god, I regret scrolling through Twitter that day. I really do, because there was some dumb shit that I saw on there that I wish I didn't see. It pissed me off. But
see, that's why I made the rule to just never read Twitter or Reddit comments. They never lead to you being happy ever.
That's true. But to go back to your point about like saying like you never drop anything, I am kind of that same way, but you just have to have that special kind of like terrible in order for me to actually drop something, like whether that's a manga or an anime series. And Citrus was unfortunately not that special kind of terrible thing.
Citrus.
I still watched it, I still read all of it, I still regret all of it, but I made it through all of it. That's all I could say.
Good for you, my friend. I could not make it through any of that piece of shit.
I am not happy to say that I completed it in any way, but I did, and thankfully, I also shouldn't admit this, but I am going to. That was my second anime that I've ever completed. That's my second. And I don't know.
I believe my second was Future Diary. My third was... My second anime is Future Diary, and my second was Evangelion. Which I still see a lot of people hating on Future Diary, and that makes me really sad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people really hate that series, and it's one of my favorite.
Because a lot of people like will say like there's a lot of flaws to it and stuff like that. Every series does, to be honest. Man. One series that nobody talks about anymore, which is one of the newer episodes of the podcast I just recently threw out, was Kokono Connect series. I'm sad that nobody talks about that series, because that's a good series. Real good series. Come on. Nobody talks about it. I'm still angry to this day. Have you seen that series?
I have not.
Ah, you need to. It's Bunny Girl Senpai, but in a way.
I heard it described similar to Haruhiya, and I really didn't like Haruhiya, so I just never bothered trying to read or watch it.
It's... No, I compare more
and
to the Bunny Girl
I know
Senpai
I just committed
series.
the gravest anime sin in the world of not liking Haruhiya, but sorry. Just wasn't my thing.
I compare more to the Bunny Girl Senpai series because it's supernatural and romance and stuff like that. So I don't say it's.
You know, you really should with your love for Bunny Girl. You really should watch Monogatari.
Oh,
it's got a lot of similar aspects to Bunny Girl.
Well, here's the thing. It's like I've actually kind of started watching Bakemonogatari, but I haven't had the time to watch all of that, and then go with the fact that there's like 24 other shows that I have to watch for that. It's like that's a lot, and especially since it has a pretty complicated watch order as well that I have to study up on.
No, it's not. You just look up what the watch order is. It's really nothing to study. It says watch this, and that, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not a. I'll say
there's no cross season. You don't need to watch episode 1 of season 1 and then skip to episode 3 of season 4. No, you just watch season 1 and like that.
Okay, that's good at least, because it's kind of like, because in a way Steins Gate kind of did that, because you had to watch Steins Gate and then you had to go watch Steins Gate 23B or whatever, and then you had to go watch Steins Gate 0, and then once you finish Steins Gate 0. Then you finish Steins Gate. It's like, dang it. And I made the mistake, and I finished Steins Gate before watching Steins Gate 0. So, I had a terrible experience. I'm kidding when I say that. But there's a lot of animes that I still plan on watching here in the next few months, especially since I'll be in quarantine for the most part of 2020, I guess. I mean, not for long, though. I just submitted in my passport application today, so in the next couple of weeks, I'll be getting my passport, and I'll be getting my ass to Osaka. I'm going to Osaka for 2 weeks, and I'm weebing out. I'm going to arcades. I'm going to karaoke's. I'm going to cat cafes.
Oh god, I want a video recording of you trying to sing anime openings in Japanese
I'm going
at a karaoke cafe. I
that's
want that
what I'm going
so
to do.
bad.
That's what I'm doing. I'll do that. I'll butcher the lyrics, but I will. You will have a video of me either butchering Japanese lyrics or butchering my neck with headbanging to Japanese music.
Jesus Christ!
It's what happens when you get a metalhead into Japanese music.
I do look forward to when you eventually move there and I come for a visit.
Yeah, because where I'll be living about an hour away from the Osaka area. So I mean, it won't be extremely close to Osaka like I will be when I actually take my trip, which is right now planned for September. But if I can get my passport by then, because right now they're saying that there may be a little bit of a delay or two.
Yeah, but there's not going to be that much of a delay that makes it take that many months.
I'm hoping.
A September trip is looking pretty plausible with the way the global situation is going. I'll be shocked if you don't manage to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Because at first I wanted to go in October, and then I got an email from Google Nihong that said deadlines to move next April, like early admissions had been submitted in by October. So I was like, okay, well, if I just go in September, I can submit my early admissions by the end of September, and there we go. And since that happened, I was like, in a way, that was kind of better because plane tickets are a whole lot cheaper. Like,
oh, right now they're dirt cheap. I thought about buying one in advance for myself, but I was like, let's hold off.
September is like plane tickets. They are incredibly cheap. The cheapest you'll probably get all year. Okay, in terms of like right now.
I personally the only reason I held off on buying the tickets is because I'm concerned about something happening in my job and needing that extra money that I just spent on a plane ticket, or else I would have already bought my ticket. I was actually early stages of planning on going for this April, and then current situation happened, and I said, okay, well I guess that's out of the question.
Yeah. As of recording this, me and my buddy Brody were to have been planning and we've would have had our tickets ready. We would have had everything planned out and stuff like that. But nope, not anymore. So, Airbnbs. Let me also tell you this: Airbnbs cheap as hell in Osaka. Like $13 a night for 2 weeks, so it's like $200. Wow, cheap. Give me that. It's like they're pretty good places too for Airbnbs. So I'm not asking for too much. I'm just asking for like a bed to sleep on and a TV to watch stuff, I guess, and I'll call it a good Airbnb in a way. And oh my god, I'm just super excited to go to Osaka because that place at night, especially at night, is incredible. I love going to Osaka. I love seeing pictures of Osaka at night and seeing the like the neon signs and stuff like that light up. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
I personally prefer the nature side of things, going and seeing, you know, the trees.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of trees and the temple and that kind of stuff is what I want to go for.
Yeah, I do agree with that too. There's
obviously, if I went, you know, I would go to the arcades and weeb out and shit, but I would preferably want to go see temples and more of the northern, you know, non-city type stuff.
Yeah, and that's understandable. I mean, I've lived in the countryside all my life, so I guess the last thing I just wanted to take a break and away from the countryside for 2 weeks and then go to Osaka, experience city life, big city life, second largest city in Japan, and come back and pass out because of the jet lag. And then, you know, if I end up like, you know, when I end up moving, I'll possibly just, you know, explore the countryside more and more especially because I do have a VR headset with Google Earth VR. And lately, I've been going through, like, the countryside of Japan, and, oh my god, even in VR, it is so beautiful looking at the countryside. Oh my god. I got a couple of videos on my YouTube channel where I've gone through, the countryside of Japan in VR. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like in VR, and you get to have you can have, like, a bird, not really a bird's eye view, kind of like like you're on the street. So you get, like, an actual view of like how tall something is and stuff like that. And I really recommend it if anybody has a VR headset to get the Google Earth in VR. It is incredible.
I will have to check that out.
I think we got 40 minutes into this recording. I think I'll end this episode off here on the podcast. It's been good having you back on this for this podcast here, and hopefully you'll be on here more often than not. So, if anybody's, you know, enjoyed listening to the podcast for the past couple of weeks, either on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, TuneIn, because I got it on the TuneIn website as well. You know, go ahead and like follow, do all the good stuff. Listening to this on YouTube, you know, do all that good stuff. Yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Japanaholic podcast. My name is Taylor, joined by Alex. We've been a few certified Japanaholics discussing Japan, of course. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Japanaholic podcast next Wednesday morning. Take care. Signing off. Good night, everyone.
Bye.